Okay, we are live. That was just the nuttiest thing. I had to create a whole new link. Hey everybody! We made it. Excuse Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bare hair. That was weird. That was weird. But we got it up and going now. We got it up and going. Because it sure didn't want to load or do anything. Hey, Moses. Hi.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi, Moses. Mwah. Mwah. I am too. I'm hoping I had a voice for half a second.
For half a second. Yes, you did. Are we live?
Yes, we are. We are live. We are live. Everybody come on in. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Excuse all the voices and the tardiness. We were having some technical difficulties. We could not get the links to go tonight, so had to reboot and then try a different link. So that seemed to work. Come on in, guys. We'll try the music again because even the music, everything was really wonky sounding. Yeah. That link, the other link I had was no good, evidently. Because even the music sounded like we were underwater.
Everybody, this is just allergies. I don't have a cold. But the pollen in Indianapolis is killing me.
Gotta get you one of them Nelly pots.
I usually don't have allergies this time of year. So the pollen count must really, really, really be high for me to be affected. I got me some Claritin.
Yeah, it is up a little bit. It's super windy here in Cleveland, so it's nice to know that I am not alone. So, well, let us get started. We're going to get started.
Today.
It was 77. Yeah, 77 today.
I'm here, y'all. I'm just in here stuffing my face.
You're
fine,
fine.
beautiful.
You're fine.
I ain't get nobody to pay me for no eating kinks, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep that off the camera for a moment.
We understand fully, ma'am. We understand
Now, if
fully.
you do want to see me eat, just go ahead and just cash at me, and I will. I'm just fucking with y'all. I am eating though.
Okay.
You're okay. You're quite quite all right. We do have Mistress Urban, just letting everybody know, on the show tonight with us. Hopefully, we'll get another person.
Hey, beautiful.
Will be joining us. I hope. I may have to text him because I don't know if he got the right link now. Since we had to change the link because the link was not cooperating, so we do apologize for that.
Moses, what are you laughing at?
Probably
I haven't
paying.
put you in a corner in a long time. I would like to.
Probably for Mistress Urban talking about Cash App.
We are doing great over here, Lady Thundercat. How are you?
How you doing, Pooh?
See if we
Hope
can
all is well.
get. I gotta send one real quick message, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Yes, ma'am.
Because Romeo wanted to join us tonight, and I want to make sure
Ooh,
that
it's him.
um, we've got the right. He's got the right link.
Good shit, Pooh.
Right, definitely good shit.
So just give me 1 second here.
I need to go read that book.
Sending him a quick text and see if he's going to join too.
Okay.
So, because if he is, I want to make sure he has the right link. Because that other link, I think the other link was just probably, I think that's the link we always use. It must have just gave out on us. So, because like I said, even the music was like, oh my
The
God.
lighting in my room, I look like not Malfoy. I look like the child from the Slytherin clan in Harry Potter.
So Moses says, put me in the corner if you can. You can't be at me into
I can't
submission.
beat him into submission. He's crazy. We know you like pain. You don't ever tap out. It's okay.
Put me in the
I have
corner.
other ways to get you to get into submission. I don't have to beat you. You forgot. I specialize in temperature play, not
Oh,
flogging.
oh, oh my. Okay. Well, that's a whole nother show, y'all. That's a whole nother.
I'm a different type of sadistic. Remember that.
That's a whole nother episode. Mm-mm.
It is. You are
What,
absolutely right.
what? You know what? That sounds like something that should be going on at the Ebony Erotic Experience. That's
It
just
is
what
going to be something that's going to happen at the Ebony Erotic experience.
that's just what that sounds like to me. That should be going on there. So, but tonight we guess what we're gonna talk about. Tonight we're gonna excuse my voice, everybody. I gotta give a shout out to my boy Aries, um, Diesel that I got to meet for the first time, and to Rodeo, the crazy king of Ohio. We had a great time in Indianapolis celebrating Aries'
Me too.
birthday.
Diesel.
Um, and so I wound up impromptu emceeing. His MC did not show up, so helped out where I could, and lost my voice. So I sound like squeaky. It comes and goes. So we're gonna have moments of clarity and moments where it 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 won't be there. Uh, I don't know when that'll be, but it will be. He said, "Yes, send me." Um, so I can't. He'll have to figure it out.
What's wrong?
Soon we get all the
Hold on one
hugs.
second. On air, I can't do two things at once today. So, we're tonight going to talk about the Ebony Erotic experience.
Yes.
And the crazy thing is that today is actually the anniversary of the first Ebony Erotic experience that happened in Chicago, Illinois.
2017.
In 2017. Today would be the anniversary for that. So it's kind of fitting tonight to have this show. Totally kind of a little bit by accident, but at the same time, it's pretty cool because we had a great time with that event. It was a 2-day event. It was absolutely spectacular. It was wonderful. We had a great time. We had about anywhere from 250 to 500 people pass through the event, and we were at a hotel out in Matson, Illinois. I believe it was I want to say it was a Holiday Inn, and they were very gracious to us. We had Auntie Angel was at our very first one. King Noir and Jet Setting Jasmine were at our very first one. That was actually their first time coming to Chicago. Even
Oh, wow.
that was their first time coming to Chicago. So we had been before. They went to. He wants to add to the stream. Well, we're gonna find out if this works. Yes, there he is. Hello, Romeo.
Hey, Romeo.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
So we have Mistress Urban, we have Romeo. These are a couple of our featured guests for
Mhm.
coming up in a few. Oh gosh, what we got like a little over 30. We got about 39 days to go, guys. About
A little
39
bit
days
over 4 weeks.
to go cray cray. Uh-oh, we lost him just as quick as we got him. So hopefully he'll be right back in here.
Urban, your hair is getting stupid long, and I fucking love it.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you here.
Okay.
There you go.
I
It
love
is.
it. I miss my locks. Your locks are everything.
They are so long.
They
Gosh.
are.
Are they heavy?
Mm-mm.
We can't hear you. We
We can't
lost
hear you, Bookie.
we lost your sound. There she is.
Sound now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The circumference doesn't really allow them to be too heavy, so yeah, I don't have any issues with them.
Gosh, I wish. Yeah, that's a lot for me. That'd be this is crazy right now for me. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I'm trying to decide now. It's to the point where cut it off.
Oh no! Oh no! I mean, because I can still pretty much do anything I want to do to it and make any style I want to make. So I usually just pin it up and just let it be. I don't like doing hair. I don't like that. Mm-mm. No.
That's why I keep it short or keep a wig on. Keep it short or keep a wig on.
Why do
I
I feel
don't
like
have
y'all
to wake up and do
like?
nothing.
Can y'all only see the bottom half of my face?
Yes.
That's not thought. Why is my camera like that? Let's see.
It's probably I can. Am I able to change the scene of this one? Oh, hang on a second. Well, I don't know if I want to do this one or not though. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
I can change stuff around some of the scenes or the clippings or whatever they are,
There we go.
the
We're
settings.
good.
Much
So,
better. Better.
so Mistress Urban, why don't you tell people a little bit about you and what you do with your beautiful locks?
Thank you. Thank you very kindly. What do I do? I don't really do a whole lot these days. So the laughter. So I do some of everything. Um, they call me Mistress Urban because of what I know, what I've demonstrated, and I mean now I'm at a point where I just collect skills. I love coaching people who are looking to be in kink and or BDSM. Um, and right now is just a time for elevation. And so what I've just been doing is just, keeping my house. I'm the owner of the House of Lotus, and just making sure that my house is progressively growing at an astronomical rate so that when we do things that they are exactly the way that we want them to be. So we can continue to grow our house. Um, it's important, as many people as you can teach, as many people as you can lead. As long as you're a great leader, you can have those people go out and teach other people, then your job is done. So yeah, that's what I do. I motivate and I teach, and I fulfill fantasies of large magnitudes.
That she does.
But they don't know until they see it.
And that part. And they don't know it's a fantasy till they get it.
Oh, yeah, you can tell them one, but oh, it's a unique experience. For me, I'm just a sensual person. I'm a sensual person. And I just absolutely love to give people an experience that they can't get anyplace else. And with kink, there's that vulnerability, that we're always managing, and just making sure that managing expectations, but also allowing for safe places for people to be able to elevate and enjoy those things. But in a nutshell, that's kind of just what I do. I throw my own events, and I just really enjoy life. At the end of the day, that's really what it's about: motivating people and enjoying what it is that I do.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and I got an opportunity to go to Eyes Wide Shut, which was absolutely wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it. It was it was my first time. I was a newbie. I was a newbie. And coming back into this world. And what I really enjoyed about it is there was a lot of a teaching aspect to it, which is very similar to what we do with EEE. And I feel, do you feel that some of that has gone away when we're having events? We're not really educating, we're just doing things.
Well, I think that we have a lot of people that are, or a lot of people, organizations, companies that are looking to pad their pockets. You know, I've never been one to be, shy about my words. I honestly don't care how people take it. But I like to say I give a unique experience because I'm coming from an education based and a creativity based mindset, doing something completely from what other people are doing. So when you really talk to people and you sit down and you ask them to define what it is that they're doing, and how did they put it together, and what are they looking for their people to experience, you can get fucking a place to play, you can get some very like cookie cutter answers, but at the end of the day they're going to get the same thing over and over and over again, and at some point it's going to get played out. I just think that education has fallen to the wayside because the people who are trying to filter money from our community are not educated themselves. Um, and I don't talk to educated fools. I don't support everybody's events. There are people's events you'll never see me at, not to play at, not to work at, not to do nothing at. Because if you're not educated about the lifestyle, then I can't be caught even in the midst of being in a space where you're doing your money laundering or filtering or whatever the hell these people are doing. Because if I start asking you questions and I realize there are safety violations and code violations, then I know what you're here for. You're here to collect money from these people. And people are just so excited to get out and get a break that they're not willing to understand that they could very well be sealing their own caskets. So education has absolutely been sucked out of it because people are so damn lazy that they don't want to learn.
Yeah.
But if you make them learn, if you force them to learn, and you can force them to learn, because if you're supplying a space, a safe space for them to do these things, in order for them to do these things, you have to have what? Requirements, qualifications. You can make these people learn, but
And
we
I,
have to get back to that.
yeah, I agree with you like 10,000%. The main the main thing about EEE is the E's do stand for something, guys, just in case people don't know. Um, it's not just the Ebony Erotic experience, but it's also about, excuse my voice, guys. Once again, it's going to come and go all night. But the first E is for education, because without education, you're putting yourself in a position, especially when you're stepping into the kink world or the BDSM world or even the swinger world. You're putting yourself in a position to be hurt. And knowledge is the most powerful tool that you can have, so that you can understand what is transpiring around you. And we want to make sure that we have a safe space at EEE, as well as we have a good time. We have fun. We know we're not just, it's going to be all about rules and regulations and da, 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 da. No, it's also going to be, it's going to be a good time had. But we want to make sure that we, as an organization, as the Erotic Seven, that we also um, make sure that we're educating, especially people that want to get into this. Because there's a lot of people that want to become a swinger, or they and I'm sure, both of you, Purple Rain and Mistress Urban, you guys have run into people that want to get into the BDSM lifestyle, and they think that 50 Shades of Grey was the greatest movie ever. And
And ask them why. And ask them why. Why do you want it? What
The
is
fake
attracted you
romanticism
to
of it.
this space? I want to know what attracted you to this space, and how much homework have you done to even try and jump into something so extreme? Because I'm in it and I know what and how extreme it can get. And so the people now, I'm not just like, oh yeah, come on, guys, it's great time. It's no, 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 no. I need you to sit down and really understand what you're getting into, whether it's swinging, polyamory, BDSM, kink, whatever it is that you're wanting to get into. I'm not so welcoming anymore
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I want people to understand that there are consequences and some very deep consequences to this.
Yeah, definitely a gatekeeper. I when it comes to my form of, well, how I educate people that want to know about BDSM, I get a lot of couples because I'm such a sensual status. I get a lot of couples that are wanting to introduce certain kinks that they think they have into their bedroom. So I come at it from a little bit more of a vanilla aspect when it comes to people that ask me a lot of things. Um, but that's because that's my wheelhouse. Um, I'm one of those people that goes to urban or urban's events in a sense to learn on a more extreme level. But I'm not going to ever teach on an extreme level because that's just not who I am. I'm learning. That's my level of education that I'm still in. So part of this lifestyle is also knowing who you are and where you at and your abilities and capabilities while you're still growing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to have limitations. A lot of people think, "Oh, well, I gotta do all. I gotta have all." We've talked about it on the show before. Like if we're on FetLife and somebody reaches out to me or reaches and they have a laundry list. Matter of fact, they've checked off how many boxes is it, Purple Rain? 130, 40 boxes. If they've checked off every box that this is what they want done to them, I don't understand. I think we froze up there for a second. There must be a problem with Restream, so it's not us. Because it just popped on my screen, guys. So our screens may freeze. I'm not sure what's going on with them, but
Okay.
um, it just gave me this signal that they're having a little bit. We're having a little bit of weather here, but nothing that should be interfering with this tonight. So I don't know what it is, but I wish I was more technical, but I'm not. But
We see you,
yeah,
Romeo. Okay, thank you.
we're Romeo, if you would go into the featured guests messenger, there is a new link. Go try that link and see if that works for you. Um, I think a lot of people that want to, and I feel like we started EEE because we wanted people to get educated because we did not want people to go because a lot of them have these delusions of grandeur anyway. So they're like, I want this done, I want that done, I'm gonna do this and I want to do that. And like like Mistress Urban said, you want to ask them why. Is it something you saw? Is it something that you've tried before? Is it something that you're just curious about? You're not really serious about it. You're curious about it. There's a difference between being curious and being
Mm-hmm.
serious. And I don't think people understand that either in this lifestyle. I can usually spot somebody that's curious like a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
They're not truly, truly well,
Did she say frenzy as fuck? Oh, the cat. We laughing at the
hey
cat.
Garfield. Look like a Garfield cat.
Don't give a damn.
So we do want we kind of at this event we do not mind people that are new or curious and they want to understand more about it. That's why we have the long list of featured guests that we had at the event. And I think the thing that I feel that, to me, and I don't know how you all feel, and I'll let you guys chime in on this. I think the most important part to me is to see representation.
Mhm.
Because I'm a product of the 60s, okay?
Mhm.
Didn't see representation. I mean, you had to go dig deep to see representation. And I think it's very important to have that representation, especially with all the deep-rooted trauma that people of color might have when we're talking about BDSM. I know one of the things that I didn't even realize that I had, I'm not able to utilize the word master to a dom. Didn't know that till it was put in front of me. And then I had to go do some research and figure out why it bothered me so much to use that term. And so we find other terms. We found another word or whatever to show authority, but it was deep rooted. It was in my psyche. It was way back there somewhere. I'm like, never thought it would make a difference, but it did. And these are some of the issues that we'll be tackling and talking about, and people will have a free forum to be able to express themselves and be able to say the things that maybe they've never been able to say before. Our panel discussion it's one of the, I just get chills once thinking about it. It's one of the deepest things that we do at the Ebony Erotic experience. The first time we did it, we were in a big ballroom. We shut the doors. I mean, people were crying. Grown men were crying. It was that deep. We went all the way in, and um, it it was cleansing at the same time as unburdening. And we'll probably, I know that our last one, Jasmine Purple Rain ran a lot of our panel discussions, and I hope she does that again.
You have me, babe. Whatever you need me to do.
We got into what panel discussions did we have this last time?
Last year we had a male dom. Well, it ended up being a male in the lifestyle panel discussion. Because there were several men up there that weren't necessarily dominants as far as on the BDSM side, but they were dominant alpha men in a sense.
Okay.
And then we also had a panel discussion about just BDSM in general. So a lot of our focus last year was on how people got into the kink lifestyle and what interests them um, in last year's panel discussions. And we let them ask the BDSM professionals, whether they be submissives or dominants, ask them some questions. Because there was a couple of switches up there too. Um, about their experience in the lifestyle and ask some key pertinent questions about, things they had questions about. And then we focused the second panel on just men in this lifestyle, to get that male perspective that sometimes gets pushed aside, because a lot of this industry is female focused. And sometimes we forget about the men. They get labeled as predators, they get labeled as, aggressive. And so we just talked to them a little bit to, see what made them tick.
And it was a good conversation. It was once again a very good conversation, poignant conversation. There was a lot of emotion going back and forth, and it's a safe space. EEE is definitely a safe space for people to come and have these conversations with people that look like them. Number one, people of color, People that are actually in a particular lifestyle, so that you get the opportunity to really hear from these folks what it actually takes, to either run a household, or to just maybe go to a different time of a kind of an event, like maybe a dungeon, or maybe even folks that are in the swinging lifestyle. Last year we had Lady B and D Black with us. They are definitely a couple that swings, and they talk about swinging. Um, they were in the house. They're a great couple. Hopefully, we'll get them back next year, to have them come back out and just have those conversations with people and be able to answer questions, especially with couples that are interested in swinging. What you need to know, how do you go about getting into the swinging lifestyle, because we want you to understand that the poly lifestyle and the swinging lifestyle, that is
Are two
not a
different things.
to cheat. That
And they're
is
two
not a
different things too. They're
right.
completely two different functions.
So we make sure that we educate you on what you're stepping into, the do's, the don'ts, the cans, the cannots, because I think a lot of people have a perception about swinging, about poly, about BDSM. They have this preconceived notion, and sometimes it's just not. Um, it's not necessarily on point.
True.
I think
Or
that
they
people have a glorified representation of what they see and what they're willing to invest.
mm,
One
I
of
mhm,
the
agree.
things about the lifestyle is people don't know how to attract. When you attract things, you attract money, you attract success, you attract a good mate, a good fuck. You attract the things that you want. And a lot of people don't really want to put the effort into going to get nice outfits. They want to recycle shit. This is a thing. Did this person see you someplace else? If you're not in a proper mindset, who cares that you bought tickets to an event? See if you can get a refund to get it ported someplace else. Because if you're in a shitty mindset, why would you go to an event and then you're complaining about everything at the event?
mhm.
Learn what you need to do and how you need to invest in a lifestyle. And I mean, if you got all your P's and Q's, I tell people this all the time, especially when, submissives and slaves and they contact you and they want a thing. Are you stable?
Mm,
Are you stable is one of those questions that you should be asking just across the board. If you want to be in service, yes, excellent. Are you stable though? Because if you're stable, then when you leave here, you'll have proper care and the things you need. But if you are not stable, then you're going to go back and be depressed. Same thing as if
Yep.
you're a swinger. If you're not stable and you spend all your money at the swingers party, then you're in debt for the next
Hey,
1 to 2 months
Natasha.
because you didn't did a thing. Same thing in polyamory. You got all these women and now you're broke as hell because you haven't managed your money properly or your life properly. Just making sure that you're investing exactly what you need to invest in a lot of these spaces. I know a lot of people who have and are doing a lot of these lifestyles like just beautifully. And it's just, I love it. But, we want to make sure that we're also continuing our education with that too.
I agree.
and there, and there's a lot more. I've talked about this before. I talk about people that are surface dwellers. We
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of people that are they just on the surface. That's it. That's as far as they're going to go. They're not about to dig any deeper. They're not about to get into the nooks and crannies. They are just going to do the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do the research, or they're going to research and just land on one, maybe one thing, one person they might follow or listen to, instead of getting multiple opinions, and then in finding out where those opinions fit for them in their life. We get a lot of people, I feel, that they'll say that, oh well, I'm this in the lifestyle. They've determined what they are, and they're not. They're just not. They'll say that they're one thing, but they're not, and they don't understand that people looking at you from the outside, looking in, that have been doing this for a long time, we can tell what you are not, and we can tell what you are, but you're not receiving what we're trying to explain to you because you've got a notion in your mind that this is what you are, and you truly are not. And so you're having a constant battle, internally and externally, to figure out where you fit in.
Exactly. And it's crazy because a lot of people in this lifestyle, no matter what section or subsection they're in, a lot of people in this lifestyle, like you said, are trying to portray something that they're not necessary, that they aren't necessarily. When at the end of the day, the lives that we lead have to be authentic. You can't, you can't force a square into a round hole in this lifestyle, a square peg into a round hole. You have to be who you truly authentically are, because that's the only way that the things that you attract, that you want, are going to come to you genuinely.
It's do
I
you
think
find
that, yeah,
go
I'm
ahead,
on the
go
fence
ahead.
with that one because I just feel like when you're talking about the lifestyle, that's one of the things that I think people are negating to understand is you can be anything you want to be. You don't have to be your authentic self because you are your authentic self all the time. So the lifestyle allows you to be anything that you want to be. Because
I
like you said,
agree
like
with
the
that statement. And I think what I mean by authentic, I think it means just like not faking the funk though. Because you still have to be somewhat genuine.
I meet a lot of disingenuous motherfuckers in this lifestyle who don't
And
know
they
who
never
don't
to
tie their
me are
shoes.
successful. But those are the people to me that aren't successful in maneuvering how they move.
How do you measure success?
But yeah, that's what I was going to say. How do you measure success?
Okay.
You got to be real
That's true.
careful about that. You got to know how you measure success in these spaces because that's one of the reasons. That's the reason why when I ask people when I start my scenes is what is it you want to experience? Because that's an easy way to gauge success. Did I
Okay.
get you to the point that you said you wanted to get to? Now, if you say, you know what, and Purple, you've met these people. Oh, I just want to do whatever you want to do. You have no journey. You have no boundary. You have
Yeah.
no plan. You just, you just, you just,
Just want to
you just,
go.
just want to go,
0 to
huh?
100.
0 to 100 real quick. But I think that, I just think that you have to be able to measuring is real important because I think that at some point that people lose sight of it. They lose sight of that adrenaline and they forget to plan and learn and grow and remember that this is a fantasy.
Yeah,
It's all a fantasy. It really is. None of it really truly exists when it comes to you being 87 years old. None of this would have, it
that is
is what
true.
it is.
That
So
is
at the
true.
end of the day, that's why I tell people like, as serious as we are about these lifestyles, and we're like, oh boy, and it's not being done this way. And I'm just like, if y'all notice, I've been so quiet because at the end of the day, none of it exists. Everything is written by people who just wanted to have a great time. They wanted some structured, great time where they can go and do this thing and go back to their business and put their mask back on and be the fake, unauthentic person that makes everybody else comfortable. This is the fantasy. We are living the fantasy, the
Yeah,
BDSM and the poly. This is the fantasy world. This is where you get to be whoever you want to be. But like Purple said, the authenticity of it is if you decide you want to live this life and you are not authentic in this journey, who you end up being and the things you get out of this journey, is going to be nothing that it could be if you lived exactly authentically yourself.
Yeah. And I think that's more of what I was trying to say. You're right. You hit the nail on the head with that one.
And
I love
everybody
it.
does. I agree with Natasha. So everyone has their own journey, and that is very
Mhm.
much very, very true. Um, and with that journey, just like the journey of life, you're gonna bump your head.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna make mistakes. Um, you're gonna hopefully learn from those mistakes. You don't want to put yourself in a position to be hurt or injured in this excuse me, in the BDSM lifestyle. Um, you want to make sure that you're in a safe space. You want to make sure that I feel you need to be clear. You need to be
You do.
clear-headed, and clear about your intention. Um, when you step into whether you're if you're with your partner and you want to swing, okay, have we talked about it? Do we have a plan? Do we what happens if he's watching you get, you know, fucked by this big dick and he's got to come in behind it? Is he going to be able to deal with it? Can he? And then he might think, oh yeah, I can deal with it, but then you get into the real nitty gritty, and he can't deal with it.
Right. I got your long ass message, Thunder. Thunder has a long ass message.
I saw
Would you like me to touch this long ass message?
you could go right ahead, go right
Let
ahead,
me see. All right, because I think she got a
because
couple.
it goes down on my screen. It just keeps going down.
Okay, so Lady Thunder says sometimes they are, but people have all the answers and feel like they can determine what a person is or isn't. People operate differently. What may be dominant me isn't dominant to someone else, for example. It's very true. It's very true. It's very, very true. And I mean, the way people are want to be and yearn to be dominated differ from person to person too. I mean, it's literally your journey, but you have to understand that it's a journey so you can get the most out of it. Instead of just
Yeah.
going balls to the wall because this thing is available, like actually plan it out and enjoy it. Understand what you're really doing and getting yourself into. There's some amazing, I've met some of the most amazing people in this lifestyle because I literally took the time to slow down to really enjoy the fantasy of it. And I really hope that everybody else, really does the same thing because it's lit. It is.
And
It's
it is.
exciting. I
It's
love
a
it.
lot. I think it pushes sometimes in some aspects it pushes your boundaries. It allows you to explore who who you are, um, what I often say what I did in my 20s, I didn't do in my 30s. What I do in my 30s, I don't do in my 40s. What I did in my 40s, I'm not doing in my 60s. I'm doing other shit. So, you do take it and you do grow,
Hmm.
um, and then you do decide and you do get some clarification. Sure, like I said, it's just like anything else. You're going to bump your head. You're going to make some mistakes. Um, I said, but at the end of the day, you still have to be true to yourself.
Hmm. You do.
And
I agree.
change is the only constant. Change is the only constant, and you do have the right to change your mind.
Yeah.
you know, maybe this ain't for me. Maybe this isn't the way I thought it was going to be. Um, but you also have to understand that, um, don't just be a surface dweller. Don't just staying here because you feel like the definition kind of fits. Dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
Dig a little deeper into who you are. And you might find that yes, you're a submissive, and you're a dominant. I mean, it took me a minute to find out that I was a switch. I knew I was a submissive. That part was easy. But finding out that I had this other side to me, and she's just basically my protector anyway, but it was quite revealing because of my personality and who I am
Mm-hmm.
normally. But
Yeah.
everybody does things differently, and I do understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you're in situations um, where you just don't have the knowledge, that's where we have the issues and the problems.
It is. It is absolutely where some of the issues, the ignorance of some of the things that we encounter, they definitely come from, and we have to just keep you just bringing that awareness, surely.
And
And
that's
then look, Thunder said some. Thunder said that people said she was just Thunder said. Thunder says after the long ass comment, where'd it go? She says that a lot of people make this lifestyle like their entire life. And we already touched on like stability, but I need people to understand that lifestyle, this is not your first priority, people. This is not your first priority. If your first priority is a fantasy, I feel sorry for you. But I think it's a great option to have when you have a stable mindset, like Miss Juicy just said, and comfortable with being authentically you. And you understand and have done the education, understand what these lifestyles can afford as well as the consequences.
Yeah. I think sometimes people forget that regular life exists because sometimes we've gotten comfortable with the friendships and the communities we've created in this lifestyle, and we forget that regular life is still happening. I know for me, fortunately, the bonds that I've built within this lifestyle have been authentic, and they're my real friends outside of this lifestyle. They're my family. But some people have these circles within this lifestyle that are only lifestyle based, but they center their whole entire life around it, but they couldn't trust these people with their lives if they wanted to.
hmm
And they end up getting fucked up in fucked up situations, and then they feel like they don't have anybody because they didn't realize, or none of them really cared to investigate if this was a real friendship or if this was just something based out of a fuck party.
But we're not nine anymore either. I think that
Yeah.
people are so dead set on wanting these instant gratification connections and relationships. That's not none of your goddamn friend. Like, let's be honest about building relationships and connections. Some people are so thirsty to have somebody in their face, they're willing to call them their friend just because they met them and had a great conversation.
hmm
Yep.
We need to be very mindful of the people that we met. The people I met 2 years ago, I can't necessarily say I trust these people, my life in their hands. I might love them, but to what extent do you call them like your family, like your friends? And I think it's okay to have levels of circles. You can have a level of circle in your kink relationships. These are
Yep.
people that will not ever fucking see my kids. There are people who have been inside of my house that I've trusted enough who have met my children. And it's very few people that have been inside of my house that are in the kink community that know my children. So I think that there's levels. Like, I don't love them any less, but I also know that I met you when I was cheering you on while you were sucking somebody's dick. Like, you're not my. We cool. You get it? Like, we cool. Like, I can't wait to see you. When I see you, we gonna dab. We gonna have a great time. Let's have some drinks. You're a great person, but
And
you
that
ain't.
surroundings and those, yeah.
You keep your great person ass right. I see you when I get back. It don't make you no less of a friend, but I know how to understand that. Like, when it's time to go, I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, let me call such and such. Make sure I'm not thinking about you. I'm thinking about my daughter. And I think that a lot of people, like you said, when we make these connections, are end all be all, and it's this lifestyle is first beyond actually making friends, relationships and stuff outside of this lifestyle. You got to have a really good balance of all of this, because if the lifestyle crashes or something happens where you decide you don't want to have shit else to do with it, your circle of friends or the people who have died, that you've connected with, they're going to scatter. Like everybody's going to scatter and do different things. So you just want to make sure that you solidify your friendship base.
Exactly.
Solidify to get them people together and figure out who the hell your real friends are. Who gonna go to bat
Exactly.
for you? Who can I send money to? And I ain't never got to call you and ask you for my money. I don't give out no money. Not like that.
I don't either.
Romeo says, I would like to believe nobody came into the lifestyle and already knew or knows the entire playbook. Most, I'm going to say, most of them need to be taught and learn, which can be daily or constant. And
Agreed.
it pretty much, I mean, everybody starts somewhere. Okay. It isn't like, we're not saying that, and we're not even saying even at where we are in our careers in
Nobody
doing
knows
this,
everything. No.
that we know everything, because we don't.
I'm
We don't.
constantly learning. I learn something new every day.
Try to learn something.
But I do want you to take the accountability to learn on your own. Because I'm not responsible for teaching you anything. And I think that entitlement has a lot of people fucked up in our lifestyle. Like, yeah, people didn't come in knowing everything. We knew that we were some weird ass people and we wanted to meet other weird people who was freaky. I knew that. That I did know. And I just, just when you like Romeo said, you kind of meet, you're in a lifestyle, and that's when you're figuring it out. You're having those experiences, and that's when you're learning. But you still must formally do the research. You still must take time by yourself and do a thing.
Yeah. I
You
think
gonna
I was
learn.
one of the fortunate ones that I came in young enough. I didn't know I was freaky. I didn't know I was weird. I just knew it was something wrong with me.
Said
so
what's
I've
wrong
got
with
to
me.
so I got to glide my way through because Jewcee introduced me to something and I was just one of her models. I knew I was sexy. I knew that I was different. I just didn't know what it was because I was 21, 22. I really didn't know what kinks and freakiness. I was still learning some shit, okay? So I got guided into this a little, the long way, and I took some time. I took about 10 years to fully figure out what I was cuz I didn't call myself lifestyle for a long time. I just was like I like some weird freaky shit. And I participate in events where it be some weird freaky shit going on. I'm
I
open
was,
minded is what I felt like for 10 years.
and I was the
So
weird, freaky motherfucker's party that you was probably at, and I was sitting in the corner watching everybody. That's where I came in. Weird,
see,
freaky.
you know what I'm saying? So
Our
I took the
deviancies
slow
are
way
so
in.
hot.
And that's why when people look at me, they be like, you've been doing this how long? Like almost 25 years. Yo, I got brought in young, but I took my time with
Party
it
and
too.
young. Man, you starting to sound like a Diddy trial. I'm not putting
Wait a
y'all on
minute.
myself.
I mean, she making me sound like, wait a minute.
I mean, I
No,
was
but
legal.
No, thank you. Thank you.
I'm like,
I'm
yeah, I
I
happy.
was
was
over
legal. I was legal.
21.
I
I
used to just
was
invite people over to my house and feed them and give them drinks, and they used to get freaky. And I used to be like, man, this is great, guys. Love this. Love this for you
yeah.
guys. All
Let's
right, everybody
let's
leave
talk
except for
about
two people.
let's talk about the breakfasts I cooked walking over naked bodies. But oh, that's not your dick, is it? I'm sorry. No, just kidding. Move that out the way.
Hey, y'all, I do got a bill though, because I ain't got no downtime yet. And if I don't get no downtime, I'm going to be a bitch in the morning.
Well, we
Got
definitely
you.
thank you for joining us tonight and giving us some insight. And everybody, she's gonna be at the Ebony Erotic Experience, um, May 30th and 31st in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Come
And
join us. I have tickets. If you're in Indy, come see me. I have tickets.
so we're
Come
gonna
talk some
have a
shit with me.
You
we're
bringing
gonna
some
have
shit with you?
Come talk some shit with me. That's what it is.
we're gonna have a good
I
time.
love it when we get together.
Okay, so we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be professional. We're gonna be professional. Bullshit. But anyway, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna have
be
my
During the
ass
day.
out, my titties
During
out.
the day.
we're gonna be
I'm
professional. Just kidding. we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna be in an
Always
atmosphere
a good time.
that is
It's always a good
conducive
time.
to having a great time. But the key thing is, guys, you're also going to get some education as
Yes.
well as you're going to be in a safe space. Um, we do have full dungeons with just about everything imaginable in the dungeon, and and it, and why not? Let us have the beautiful, vivacious, fabulous, wonderful Mistress Urban in that dungeon as well. So
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there with some nice stockings on, spanking some asses, hoping to hear some screams. So I'll see y'all soon, and
okay,
looking forward to gracing your space. But I'll talk to y'all. Enjoy y'all evening, and thank you for having me.
thank you
No
for
problem.
joining
Thank you for
us.
joining us.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, this is that's just one of our featured guests, guys. We got about 13, 14, 15 of them. I can't remember all of them now. Well, it
We
feels
got
like
a
I'm
lot.
we have
We
a
got a
lot.
lot this year. And you guys, I need y'all to understand that yes, we push education, but we're also gonna have fun and it's gonna be freaky education. It's not just, us talking your ear. Some of these classes are interactive. We got some performances. We got some, I got something. We got something for the ladies and the fellas. For those that like, to see, for the ladies that like to see some man candy, we got some shit. For the ladies and fellas that like to see some lady candy, we got some shit. Like I don't want to give it away. I just need you to know you need to have your face in the place because there will be some interactive education, interactive fun. There will be some informative information on bodies and vaginal health and body care, as well as, keeping those erogenous zones erogenous. Like, we want you all to understand the full capabilities of what you can accomplish whether you're in this lifestyle or not. I need for y'all to understand yes, we talk a lot about the lifestyle, and there will be lifestyle education and, things of that nature. But a lot of what me and Jewcee are about is about sex, health, and wellness education in those spaces. We feel like it's very important that with those of us that are in the lifestyle and those that are not but are interested in dibbling dabbling in certain things, um that sex health and wellness is the key to all of it being done productively.
And it's so important that everyone is educated. It is so very important. Knowledge is power, and it's also it can be the key to your happiness.
I
Even if
agree.
you're in if you're in a vanilla relationship and you want to try some new things, you don't know how to bring it to your partner. We can talk about that. We can get you some ways to bring things up that you'd like to try without having them slap you in the face or run out the front door. Uh,
I'm just bringing my partner so he can see who I am in real time because I'm in a vanilla relationship right now. So I need y'all to understand it's doable. It's definitely doable.
and you all have to understand that, or we would like for you, I should say, you don't have to. We'll say we would like for you to understand more about the elements of these different types of relationships and how they can actually help you with your everyday life. Even if you're in a vanilla relationship, coming to EEE is nothing but, number one, it's nothing but really educating you on how to improve your own relationship. To be honest with you, one of the things I can honestly say that BDSM did for me, um, better communication skills came out of it for myself. I wasn't afraid to, as a woman, and remember, I'm a woman of the 60s. I wasn't afraid to express what I wanted sexually or sensually. I was after I got into this lifestyle, I learned how to speak up, speak for myself, and not in a way that's harsh or demanding, because that's just not who I am, but in a way that is respectful and in a way that we can sit down and have a conversation. Um, and I'm not confrontational, which some women are, let's just be honest, and some men are. So we, trying to take out that part of it. So EEE is a lot. It has a lot to offer everyone that walks through the door. Yes, it is for people of color, but it's also for people of color and their supporters. That's exactly what it says in the business plan. So it it's not just about entertaining just us. We just want everyone to understand. We want to have a safe space for people of color to be able to come to this event and know that they're going to be in front of people that live the lifestyle, can have been in the lifestyle for years, not just, they didn't just get in it. Okay, we don't have anybody that's coming or has been with us in the past that just got into the lifestyle like a year or two ago. Mm-mm. We are bringing you people that are deep into it, have been into it for years. They are renowned and known for being in these lifestyles, and are going to bring their knowledge. They're going to bring their sense of humor. They're going to have, you'll be able to talk to them, ask them questions. They're going to be there, and you're going to be in an atmosphere that is a safe space for you to be able to do all of those things. All you need to do is get your tickets. That's it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. We have Yogi Latin in the house. She did a demonstration last year that was out of this world. I had never seen anything like that before in my life. Had you, Purple Rain?
No,
I'd never seen anything
that was
like
some
that.
of the sexiest shit I've ever seen.
Right.
And all she was doing was stretching them out. I was like, why is stretching sexy at this point? Like,
And I think every person in the room wanted it to be them. I know it was like, can
and
you
I
put
believe
my leg
she's on here. I need you to know, Latin. I still need to pay you for a session because I need that in my life, okay? We live in the same city, and yet somehow I've not been on your table yet. I need that in my life.
girl, it was something to see. Something to see. And it's these sorts of things. We're bringing you some things from a different perspective, and we hope that you guys will really latch on to the theme as well, because we do have a black belly dancer that will be performing and teaching class. So for some of you ladies and you men, because I have been watching the men belly dance as well. um
When I tell y'all we got the shit, we got the shit.
just
Quit playing with me. Y'all know who the fuck I am. Quit playing with me. Bring y'all's asses.
this is a once a year event, and we don't, everybody wants to know what happened, what, no cameras. We do have a professional photographer that will be in the house. That's it.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all. Take out a cell phone and see if you don't get escorted out the building so fast to make your head swing. We
That's
do
it.
have security
That's
on
all.
site, so that is not going down like that. You're paying to get into the event. Everybody else is not. Okay. We're gonna start there. And everybody don't want their business on World Star. They just don't.
Anywho, Now that that stuff is out the way,
Mm-hmm.
get your tickets. We are 30 days out. 30 days, 39 days out. I'm going to be accurate. I got tickets on hand, Indianapolis. Come see me. If you are not in Indianapolis, if you look at all the flyers on me and Juicy's pages, and if you're in the EEE group, um, when we post everything, the Cash App information is on there as well. Cash App your information. Let us know it's for a ticket, um, and then we'll get you the rest of the details. This is an event that you don't want to miss because it's gonna be epic. And anybody that knows me, because I know a lot of people that follow this podcast, at least from my page, know me. They don't know my big sister here. But if you know me, and I learned from her, but if you know me, you know I pride myself on being different. I don't just throw a regular party. My focus is not about the hookup. My focus is on getting y'all educated so that when y'all hook up, it's the best experience of your life. And that just is what it is. People ask me all the time, why do I never have bad sex? Because I'm educated on what I need to always have good sex, even if it's with a bad partner.
Sex should be fun.
I've had great sex.
Number one, sex should be fun. And we want you all to have a good time. We definitely want you to have a good time. And a lot of people don't find a lot of information because this is basically a private event. This is not out here to be broadcast. If you know, you know, as they say. If you know, you know, because you're in the know because you're there. We grown, honey. We ain't got to tell all our business, and I'm not about to. The only business I can tell is my own. I'm not going to tell my guest business, who was there, what they were doing. You can't interrogate us. You can't ask us any questions
Actually, what
because
I did,
it's none of your, as in the words of Tim Waltz, it's none of your damn business. Okay,
that,
it's not,
that
you need to be there. You because we
you want to know what happened?
mhm,
Bring your ass.
right, right. We have a 10,000 square foot facility.
I don't think there's been a, and with us being nominated for ASN as one of the best 2 day takeovers, or not nominated in the top selection
We're the
of
finalists. We're the finalists now.
finalists, yeah. Um, I don't think people really realize because we don't take over a hotel, they don't, a lot of people were like, oh, you're a takeover? Yes. I took over a space for 2 days. When I tell you there's not another takeover like ours, you're not going to ever see another takeover like ours. Indianapolis, for the last 10 years or so, has been known for the biggest hotel takeover. Well, you know what? I'm changing the game because that hotel, as much as I love those people, and they did a great job for the time that they did, they decided to retire. But Indianapolis is getting ready to be known for a different type of takeover too. And now we're going to become the biggest for our time, whatever our time is. But this is something different, and I need y'all to come and check it out.
And on top of that, guys, look, if you are some of the old guard, JTP lifestyle events, and I know who you are. 10 years strong in Indianapolis. We were number one.
Yep.
We were number one 10 years. And nobody knew because we did 4 parties a year. 4 parties a year for
They
10
were some of the
years.
best parties of my life.
10 years. And I retired. I retired. We
She did.
everybody
She left me hanging, y'all. She
went
left me
everybody
hanging for
everybody
like
went
10 years.
their separate ways. Life had changed for a lot of the ladies that helped put it on. And, I love each and every one of them. But I saw what was going on, and it became a money grab. And that's not all. That's not all the hotel takeovers. That's not everyone that put them on. But I was hearing things, and people asked me to come back. And it took a minute. It took me a minute to come back. And we're a little rusty. I can admit that we were a little rusty. Our first two events, we're getting our legs back under us. So this is our third event. When I tell you our legs are back under us, mm, that
Like
means
that tea. Come
that's
get in the shenanigans.
mhm. That means you might want to get your ticket. You just might want to get
Get in on
your
the
ticket.
ground floor because you don't know what this is about to do. We do, but you don't.
And we have a great lineup. We have a great lineup of educators, of entertainment, of people that not only will they be educating, but they're going to be there. They're going to be involved in the event. They're going to be there. They're going to have a good time. Um, how much does the table hold?
Which table?
um, our venue holds over 300 people.
Is he talking about
That's,
the massage table?
oh, I don't know. Romeo will have to tell us what table you're talking about. But um, he said for my edible excellence. Oh, it'll be at least a 6 foot table. If you need more, let us know. Romeo is also one of our presenters at this EEE, as well as a top-notch award-winning erotic poet. And words are so important, and knowing how to put those words together. So we have erotic poetry that will be in the house for both days, and y'all gonna want to pay attention because there are so many different ways to get into the mood. There are so many different ways to enjoy BDSM or enjoy the swinger or the poly lifestyle. There are so many different ways to do that. It does not have to be tunnel vision. It does not have to be just one certain way. There can be different ways to do that. Um, so weight limit is a question. I have no idea how much weight you can put on a are we putting a person on the table? Maybe we should be asking
I
these.
don't think he means the table for his edibles. I think he means the table for his class. He's saying he needs a massage table for his class. I got
Usually,
you.
usually massage tables will hold up anywhere from 250 to 300 pounds.
Mine holds about 500.
So we'll be we're gonna be there. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna keep introducing to you to more of our featured guests over the next several weeks leading up to the event. We hope that you'll tune in, learn a little bit more. Tonight you met Urban, Mistress Urban, the Kinkster. Um, she is absolutely fabulous. She's going to be someone that you all, if you're learning about BDSM, if you're wanting to get into this lifestyle, excellent person to listen to and to learn from. And I think that you guys will really, really, really enjoy her presentation as well as what she does as a mistress. So we will have a few mistresses on hand, and for everyone to enjoy. Mistress Purple Reign will be in the house as well. She's going to be doing some. Are we doing fire? Are we doing what are we doing?
I'm bringing all of my temperature stuff, but
Okay,
fire and ice is my specialty. So, you want to feel some fire and ice? Bedroom
Okay.
kink is my specialty. I like to torture people on my table.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Then we got Lady Thunder in the house. She will be doing her thing as well. So that'll be so we got some fun for you guys. You're gonna have a good time, be able to learn some things new about yourself. Number one, you'll be able to learn more about what you like, what you don't like, what you tolerate, what you won't tolerate. You'll be able to have these conversations and talk. It'll be quite quite the event. Quite the event. Not only does Miss Purple Rain have tickets, but we do have a sponsor. So we gotta definitely give a shout out to our sponsor this evening. She also has tickets that you guys can get. And there goes the voice again. Hold on one second while I get. Woo. I probably need some water. Let me get Roxy's. So Roxy on the poll, who will also be in the building to teach, is also sponsoring the Ebony Erotic Experience. She has tickets, and you guys can go and stop by her studio there in Indianapolis and pick up some tickets if you'd like. Also, this Friday night, on the 25th, we will be doing a prelude. We will be doing a little foreplay action, okay? For it's a sensual prelude to the Ebony Erotic Experience Arabian Nights edition. It is going down this Friday, April 25th, at 7 p.m. That's what time the doors will open. And you're going to be coming to the provocative after dark foreplay event at provocative, I'm sorry, Ambitions, which is the name of the pole studio that pole fitness studio that Roxy owns. So the address is 3709 East 10th Street. It is Unit C, Indianapolis, Indiana. Once again, that's 3709 East 10th Street, Unit C, Indianapolis, Indiana. Doors are going to open at 7 p.m. April 25th, this Friday coming up. Admission is $5 if you wear Arabian attire, and it's $10 without. We're going to have a few of our featured entertainers in the house for this one, as well as one of our vendors will be joining us as well. We do have let me see, I believe it's going to be our confection. I do believe it's going to be Nefertiri is going to be in the house from fetish sized. I hope I'm saying that right. Fetish sized confections. If you have not had some of her um, sweet treats, you're in for a treat because yeah, you just think about it, fetish size. Just think about it. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be something to see, okay? And she will be at the Ebony Erotic Experience as well as we have a couple of vendors. We do have some more vendor spots available. Want to let everybody know that as well. Nikki News Candle Shop will be joining us, as well as Maine will be in the house. Let me get her business because I don't want to mess up the business names. I'm trying to do better at that, not just call them what I want. So we got Main Attraction and Beauty and Piercings in the house as well. So those are our vendors that are going to be joining us for the Ebony Erotic Experience. We have 7 more spots available for vendors. So if you're interested in vending, make sure you get with one of us from the Erotic 7. In Indianapolis, we have a lot of the Erotic 7, but you can definitely contact Miss Purple Rain right here if you're interested in vending as well. So we got a lot going on. We got vendors. You're going to be at the Decadent Dinner. This is what your ticket pays for. your classes. We have different classes and seminars on Saturday. Friday night is kind of our meet and greet game night, as well as, and let me tell you, our games are not, they're not vanilla. Okay, we're gonna get the
I'm
party
sorry,
started.
y'all.
We're gonna get the party started right. So they are not vanilla. So we're gonna have a good time with that. We'll have a lot of, like I said, we have 10,000 square feet. It's an upstairs and a downstairs to our facility. It will be it'll be a lot of fun. So get your tickets, tell a friend. Even if you can't come, please spread the word. Spread the word. We do appreciate that as well. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Miss Purple Rain?
Bring your ass.
Okay, she said bring your ass. Romeo, is there anything you'd like to add? You can type it. He'll probably say, I don't think he'll say bring your ass. But anyway,
At this point, I'm on one, so I'm ready for the debauchery. Debauchery.
Debauchery. Well, it's going to be fun, guys. We're going to have a good time. We have been getting out. I'm sure that the ladies there in Indianapolis will be getting out a little bit more in the coming weeks, and
You already get your ticket, Cherie?
they'll be out a little bit more in the next coming weeks. Of course, this Friday night, once again, going down at Polvit. This Friday is foreplay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is foreplay. It's a prelude. It is a prelude. So we want you guys come on out for that. It's $5. Like I said, if you have Arabian attire on, that's gonna be a scarf. It could be some belly beads. It could be something, something Arabian looking. And you get in for $5, and we're just gonna have a good time. We really are. I know that Miss Purple Rain is gonna be in the house doing something. She's gonna set somebody's ass on fire, I'm sure.
I'm gonna set something on fire. I don't know. I'm ready to light something on fire. I ain't lit nothing on fire in like 2 months.
Oh, there you go. So she's fiending. Looking for some victims.
Yes, please.
Looking for some victims. It should be fun. So yeah. Get a couple of friends, stop by. Provocative Ambition. I gave you guys the address. I can give it to you again. We will right now. Let me go find it. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. And I will read you that address one more time. Or so she thinks. It's 3709 East 10th Street, Unit C, Indianapolis, Indiana. Doors open at 7 p.m. this Friday night. If you don't have anything to do, if you just want to stop through for a little bit, come on by and see us. Fetishized creations will be in the house. So you might want to come and get a prelude to that as well. Miss Jewcee, myself, will be traveling in from Cleveland, Ohio to be there. So we're going to have a good time. So we just all we need is you. Just come on, have some fun with us. Have some fun with us. Cherie said, not yet. Okay, well, come on, Cherie, honey. We got to get this ticket for you. We don't want you to miss nothing. Nothing. We will have tickets available at the event this Friday as well. If you want to just stop by, we will have tickets available there as well. We have some hard tickets because some people were asking, do we have hard tickets? And we do. You can see members of the Erotic 7, Miss Purple Reign. You can see Roxy, and you can see Shorty. Shorty has some too. So any other questions or comments that you got tonight? Excuse my voice, y'all. It's coming and going. I thought it was
Your
there.
voice is going in and out, and I sound like a snot ball. It's okay. It's that time of year. And I promise y'all I'm not sick. It's my allergy. I done took some Claritin. It sounded a little bit better, but I still feel congested.
So yeah. let's have a good time, guys. Let's have a good time. We hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Once again, we want to thank Mistress Urban for joining us this evening and talking a little bit about BDSM, a little bit about being kinky. Um,
Yes, he's coming Friday.
so
He's there both nights, Sherry.
um, I think she's asking about this Friday.
Oh, this Friday. Okay. Are you here in Indy, Sherry?
I think she was asking about this Friday. I think he is still making that decision.
That sounds like a snap rag.
It's okay. We all going through it. It's tis the season, changing of the weather, changing of the
I just want to
gourd.
be able to breathe. Oh my God.
Yeah, that breathing is so overrated. So, well, Sherry, make sure you just stay in touch with us. Um,
Inbox me, Sherry. I'll get you all your information. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Once again, remember the Ebony Erotic Experience is going down in Indianapolis, Indiana, May 30th and 31st. You want to get your tickets, you can go out on Ticket Taylor if you want to do it that way. Otherwise, you can see our flyer. You can do Zelle. You can do Cash App. You can do Apple Pay. You can do Square. We even have Afterpay if you want to make it in 4 easy payments. So there's no excuse, and PayPal. So no excuse for you not to be able to get a ticket. Okay. This is for us, by us, about us. We want you to join us and have a good time. Take a walk on the erotic side with us and just be a part of the experience. Okay, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I know I did. It was great.
I did. I had a great time.
And we will be talking some more. Um, yes, that's my plan to support Miss Jewcee night before my own. Okay. So we will definitely, so there you go, Sherry. There's your answer. Um, so we will definitely be back next Monday night. We're gonna get back on schedule. Schedule. We're gonna get back on schedule and make sure that we have the show going for you guys again. So thank you for being patient. We have been ripping and running, and just got to make us some time here. So everybody, remember to enjoy, enlighten, and embrace eroticism. I will see you all in Indianapolis on Friday. And then on Saturday, I am headed to the Shy. Got to support my girl, Miss Andrea. We about to just have a ball. VIP tickets for her event are sold out. However, there are still some general admission tickets available for Saturday if you guys are interested. It is called the House of, oopsie, sorry, just lost the daggone flyer. There it is. The House of Lust. And it is, they do still have some standard tickets available. It's Secret Seductions is the name of the group. And we are going to have a ball. Miss Jewcee will be in the house. We're going to have some contests going on, performances, poetry, vendors, the whole 9 yards up in Chicago. Once again, general admission tickets are all that's left. All VIP tickets are gone. So if you get a chance, if you're in the Chicago area and you want to have something to do on Saturday night, doors open at 7 p.m. for the House of Lust event. So should be a ball. All right, guys. So I hope everybody, oh, Sherry, please do come on out on Friday night. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. So everybody have a great one. And we will see you next Monday night right here back on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. We start at 9 p.m. Eastern when everything is running like it's supposed to, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. for our folks out on the West Coast. Remember to enjoy, enlighten, and embrace eroticism. For myself and my beautiful sis, who's a little under the weather, we love you guys. Have a great one.